Hello, hello, and welcome to a quick overview of my program, Everyone Can Learn to Be Good at Sales. I'm Tron Jordheim, and I'm going to take you through a quick overview of the program, and then you can come back and look at some videos of the specific sections of this and get a better idea of how to put this into practice. But here's a quick overview. So this is a group exercise. You should find a friend or a coworker and do this together. You can either do it live or virtual or in some sort of a webcam meeting, whatever's good for you, but do it with somebody else. Makes it a lot more fun and more effective. So who am I? Well, I started my first business in the 6th grade with a roll of paper towels and a can of window cleaner, and I've been working on businesses ever since. I've been in the pet industry, bottled water business, most recently the self-storage business, and everywhere I go, I seem to help people make lots of money and become very successful. So pay attention. Uh, Part of what I'm doing today is supporting Boys and Girls Club of Columbia, Missouri. So this is just one of the many organizations I encourage you to support, your local Boys and Girls Clubs. It's one of the organizations I support. So yay, kids. I also want to show you the logo for READY, the Regional Economic Development Incorporated group from Columbia and Boone County, Missouri. They're a big supporter. I want to give a shout out to them. I also want to give a shout out to the Missouri Small Business Technology Development Centers, also a big supporter. Thank you for your help. All right, let's get started. You don't have to be great at sales to do well. You just have to be good. This is my big premise, and I've built the Solving sales training system around this premise. A lot of people think you have to be a superstar in sales to be good. Well, you don't. You just have to be good. That's all. So, how do you do that? Well, you need a good system. You need to be willing, and of course, you got to have some grit to get through it because it's not always easy. Sometimes it's frustrating. You'll have setbacks. My issue is current training methods are usually inadequate. The trainers get frustrated because they feel like they're giving good material and they're not getting anywhere. The people taking courses sometimes just roll their eyes because they don't feel like they're getting anything out of it. And a lot of times the big bosses just say to themselves, why am I spending this money? I don't see the numbers move. So there's got to be a better way. And that's what we're going to look at right now. Let's make this simple and easy. It's a better approach. Here we go. All right. There's just 5 rules, really, if you boil it down and want to make it as simple as possible. Just 5 rules to being good at sales. However, what's very important is to retain the good stuff you learn in selling, and that's where these 8 devices for retention are going to come in. So the 5 rules of sales. Number 1, you can't sell anybody anything, but you can help people talk themselves into buying just about anything. All right. This is the driver of everything we do because your job as a salesperson is not to sell stuff to people, but to help people talk themselves into buying from you by understanding where their head is at, what they want, what they need, what they hope to have, the different decision points you go through, the visualizations they have of using it, their fears, all that stuff. That's what your job is to help people talk themselves into buying from you. Number 2 rule of sales, you got to get over the idiot hurdle. Okay, a lot of people assume that sales and customer people are idiots. You're not an idiot, but you don't want people to have that impression. So you've got to be able to, in the first few seconds of dealing with someone, help them say to themselves, great, this person's not an idiot. I think I might enjoy doing business with them. Because when you can get over the idiot hurdle, people's resistance goes away and they're ready to talk and buy and even have a chuckle with you. Number three, treat everyone as if they're smarter than you, because you're not the only one being treated like an idiot every day. Most people get treated like an idiot at some point in their day. They don't appreciate it. They don't want you treating them like an idiot. So treat them as if they are smarter than you. And again, their resistance will fade away. They'll enjoy the interaction, and you will have a much better chance of doing some business. Number four, speak with confidence. When you don't use confidence language, when you don't have a confidence tone of voice, people aren't sure why they should even bother with you. Because if you're not confident about your offering or your service, why should they want to buy it? So speak with confidence. And really, the other part of selling is instructional. You should be teaching people, showing people, instructing people how easy it is to buy from you and how wonderful it is to enjoy the benefits of that purchase, not trying to sell them something, right? So that's speaking with confidence. Number five, you've got to keep the process going. More sales stop happening just because the salespeople stop the process. So whenever someone is hesitating or they've got resistance or they have an issue or they're not ready, don't quit. Keep the process going, because there are many, many, many paths that lead to a purchase. Keep the process going. All right, you got it? Great. So you can't sell anybody anything. You've got to get over the idiot hurdle. Treat everyone as if they're smarter than you. Speak with confidence and keep the process going. If you can do these five things, you'll be good at sales. You'll be just fine. All right. Next piece, we've got to be able to retain the good phrases, the good knowledge you get from applying those five rules of selling. So we're going to run through these real quick, okay? Because if you don't do something to retain good training, it all falls away. You fall back to old habits. You let the people you're trying to sell to train you. Doesn't work. So the 8 devices for retention. Number one, read the phrases that you're trying to master. Reading is somehow some magical sorcery that puts stuff in your head in an amazing way. So read it. Okay, so for instance, let's learn this little positive phrase. Let's get this started for you now. Okay, you're dealing with a customer. They think they want to do business with you. You like them. You want to do business with them. So you want to get the process moving all the way down to the sale. So you say, hey, let's get this started for you now. So how do you master that phrase? Well, one, read it several times, right? Let's get this started for you now, right? Let's get this started for you now. Then see it being done live. So have your training partner say this phrase a few times and watch them do it live. Watching things live is also an amazing function of learning somehow. Number three, watch it on a screen. So watch someone say it on video. That's very similar to watch it being done live, but it's different. It's like the difference between going to see a movie and going to see a play, right? You may see the same things in a movie. You may see the same thing played out on stage. It's a very different experience. So see it being done live and watch it on a screen. Now video yourself and watch it happen. Then watch videos of your training partner and watch it again. You do this to get to practice, right? Practice is a wonderful retention tool. And really, what practice means is you're just working on improving it. So, do you say, let's start this for you now? Or do you say, let's start this for you now? Or are you going to say, hey, let's start this for you now? However, it works in your voice, sounding natural from you is what you have to do, but you have to practice to get there, okay? And then once you've practiced it, now you've got to repeat it enough times that it becomes like muscle memory. Okay. Repetition is very different from practice. Repetition is just setting the memory. So when you want to say, let's get this started for you now, it comes out naturally and beautifully every time. Okay. So now say it to yourself 5 times. Okay. Now say it with a British accent. Now say it yourself with a French accent. If you're French or British, say it with an American accent or a German accent. The reason I say that is because throwing some silliness into your repetition training really sets that behavior, that phrase, like gel. It's wonderful to do. We'll talk more in another session about the moods of training and how silliness is so important. But anyway, silliness is a good thing to add to your repetition. Number 6, do it in a mirror. When you practice in a mirror, you really help to see at a much deeper level how things are going. And just think for a minute about dancers or people who work out on bodybuilding. They're always working in a mirror because they want to see what they're doing. Same thing in sales. Audio record it. When you audio record something and listen back to it, it's a powerful tool, very powerful stuff. So do this once we're off of here. Audio record it, check it. Audio record it, check it. Whatever phrase you're learning, whatever positive piece of language you're learning, help master it this way. And then, of course, video record it. So you video yourself saying it, then play it back, video yourself playing it, play it back. This is really going to help you master it. Do it over and over again. This is one of the wonderful things about having smartphones. You can really use it as a wonderful training tool. Okay, now you know how to say, let's start this for you now. If you've been doing those 8 retention devices, okay, so here they are again. Read it, say it being done live, watch it on screen, practice it, repeat it, do it in a mirror, audio record it, video record it. If you use these 8 training devices on any solid selling phrase you're trying to learn, it's going to set and become really a powerful tool for you. So find all these good phrases that are going to help you sell, test them, refine them, test them again, and then use those 5 rules of sales and the 8 retention devices to really craft that behavior properly, and then start all over again with some new phrases. So thank you for your time. Come back. We'll work on this in some more depth later. But this was your overview of everyone can learn to be good at sales. You can certainly find me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and I'd be glad to hear from you. Thanks so much for participating. Hope you had a good time. And see you later. Bye.